What's up, guys? So just pulling a motor today. It's the goal. So as you guys know from before, I cracked my oil pan. So I've been leaking oil all over the place. So basically what I got to do now is just move the car, pull the motor out. Matt and Mark are on their way, so to come help me with that. We've already done it once, so it should be somewhat easy. So yeah, basically this video is going to be DIY on how to pull a motor in a Z32. Alright, so we got the car under the canopy. So now basically what we're going to do is jack it up, and then after from jacking it up, we'll start disconnecting all the harness and such from there. So gonna get it on its stand, jack stands, and yeah, so we can just be able to get under the car. So look who shows up.
What's up, guy?
What's up, guy? You're on the curb. It's alright, I'd rather be on the curb.
It's closer away from the road.
Yeah. This thing is so ridiculous. Still can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, Ed's Custom Mufflers, man. It's where it's at, bro. Right here. Right in Springfield, man. Hooked me up good. But it was too loud, man. Grand straight pipe was the most obnoxious loud thing. I thought I could deal with it for like a week, so I got a brand new muffler.
Yeah.
I drove it 20 minutes home, and when I got home, I jacked it up and put a resonator on. I cut the pipe that they just put on.
Couldn't deal with it.
Bro, it was so obnoxiously loud.
Alright guys, so car's jacked up. Make sure you have your jack stands. I have ramps under the front wheels also, just in case for anything to fail. So now what we're going to do is take out the battery. So 10 millimeter, and then these two are 10 millimeters. This is your battery bracket, whatever, to pull it out. So just to get the battery out. And then going from there, we'll start disconnecting the harness, undoing the motor mounts, bolting the exhaust and the transmission. So yep, got a little work to do. All right guys, so battery's out, everything's out, that like that for right now. I'm gonna start working on this brace here, take the brace off, and then we'll start unplugging everything. All right guys, so we got that strut bar off now. As you guys can see, we're starting to get everything out. We just drained the radiator. All you have to do for the radiator is unscrew this top one, leave it on the radiator, and then instead of doing the drain plug, I just literally take off the hose and just let it drain out of the hose. It's a lot faster, and yeah, so the radiator's over there now. So radiator's off, draining. Well, like I said, we kind of didn't work on the wiring yet because we just remembered about the radiator. We have to also take off the intercooler piping, or the air intake piping. So yeah, so that's basically what we're gonna do now. Take these off, disconnect those, and then we'll get into the wiring. Now we're just gonna go around, and it's pretty self-explanatory, besides this, because I still have to get that connector. So we just have to cut the zip tie off, unplug the CAS, and literally just go around and unplug everything. So you're gonna want to take off your injector coils, all those. Yeah, so yeah, every wire that you can disconnect, you're gonna want to disconnect. Mark's under here, getting the top two transmission bolts loose because I can't get them freaking loose at all. So besides that, we got most of everything done. So it's just those top two transmission bolts. Yeah.
I'm the only one with the magic hands.
Mark's the only one with the magic hands, he's saying, because it's true. I hate, though, as you guys know that own Z's, those two bolts suck. But what we did is we took the radiator off, disconnected all the harness. So for your power steering pump, Mark made a good suggestion, is basically just take the pump off of like where the motor sits and just have it sit, so then you can just pull this out so you don't have to keep bleeding the system and all that jazz. So all we did was unbolt it and slide it off to the side, and then yeah, so basically once he gets those done, you have to get those two bolts for the motor mounts on the bottom.
Two braces against the
So there's your motor mount right there. You can see it with the little rusted tip screw right there. That's your motor mount. So you got to get this side and that side unbolt those two, unbolt all the goods, where Mark's doing now.
That's the angle right there, man. See how far back this ratchet is?
So guys, for your DIY here, this is where you gotta put it. Alright, so finished with the transmission bolts, and we removed our gas lines. So now all we have to do is take off our freaking hood latches, and we should be all set. So now basically after the hood's off, we're able to pull up. So
I have to rig up a switch to make my wipe work. You waited too long.
alright guys, so basically where you want to hook up your chains to lift this is right here where the EGR used to connect, right on the bottom of the plenum. That's how I've done it, and then I X the chains up. Mark said that basically what he does is he takes the plenum off and then he actually puts them right here. That's where he connects his chain, and then he can pull it up. But this is what I do, unfortunately. But yeah, so do on both sides. Make sure that the chain is X'd up, and yeah, lift by the middle, and game time. So what Mark's doing right now is, since we're not pulling the transmission, he's just putting a jack stand under the transmission, so when we pull the motor out, it's basically the jack stand's going to catch the transmission.
All right. Slowly start lowering everything.
Lower it?
Yeah, slowly. Stop. All right.
All right, I'll
A
help
little
you.
bit more.
I'll help you wiggle. Give me a sec.
Stop.
Oh,
Go forward.
You gotta undo the upper motor mount nuts.
why?
Cause you can't. It'll never clear the subframe unless we rock it one side at a time.
Oh, do you mean to just get it out? You
Yeah.
can't just pull it straight up and it just won't come out?
How are you gonna pull it straight up? You got the spline drive from the transmission inside the motor still.
Oh, true.
Just gotta go
I
forward.
forgot. Yeah. All right.
Motor mounts have to disconnect from the top and the bottom, and it allows for the motor mounts to kind of like angle forward as it's coming out. Gives you enough wiggle room and just enough play. For the spline drive in the transmission, where it sits inside the engine, inside the clutch, you have to pull it out the rest of the way and clear that.
Okay. So that's what we got to do. Mark, quick analysis of what the hell happened here.
For whatever reason, we had to lower the crossmember subframe because the oil pan was not clearing the power steering rack. The side of the oil pan which sticks out on the driver's side for the USDM models. We'll have to have a look at our subframe, have a look at our power steering mounts and everything, make sure everything's lined up the way it's supposed to be, and ensure that the lines are as close to the rack as possible. So
Sounds
yeah,
good.
that's
Oh, we got it out. It's out. We're gonna freaking wrap it up. Get this shit. Headache. It was going good. Everything went smoothly. All the wires, the bolts, everything.
we ran into something.
And then-
I've pulled a Z motor twice. I've never run into that issue. I've never had to drop the subframe. So we're gonna have to figure out what's going on there.
And I myself have pulled this motor out of another car by myself, or with Jack, with unexperienced at all, and first try, no problem. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but all right, time to put it away. All right, guys, so we got it done. It was hard. I don't know why. Like I said, the first time it kind of went smoothly. The second time we were getting caught up on stuff. I don't know if it's because if I did bash in the oil pan, it was kind of, I mean, I don't know. It was just catching on the subframe. So yeah, we had to do multiple new steps that I've never had to do before, and obviously this is a learning experience for me. So we had to do all that, but it's out finally. Thank God. Thanks to these dudes over here. I don't know. Mark's all the way over here.
Show off
Oh yeah. Thanks to this perfect human being here. He had a nice white shirt and now it's all dirty. I did. And then Mark, obviously, thanks. And then this is Mark's 240.
Single jingle rust bucket, man.
Single jingle rust bucket. $240 daily.
It runs, it drives, that's all I care about.
Yep. A to B, A to B. So much room.
Yeah, a lot of room for activities. If we can fix this frame rail over on this side, I think we'll have a little bit of fun with it.
But yeah, so it's new, Mark's new baby.
I'm stoked. It still has working flip-ups on it.
Oh yeah.
This one's a little fucked up.
A little lazy eye. Motor's out. So plans now for the motor is a new oil pan, and since it's the end of the season and I've been thinking which way I want to go, I've been thinking LS, I've been thinking NAT. We were just talking about numbers, crunching numbers and stuff, and I think the best bet is going to go NAT. So yeah, so that's the move for right now. So oil pan's going on, the NA, and then from there is just building for next season for a turboed car. So pretty pumped about that, excited, nervous. So, but obviously you guys are going to come along for the ride, and like I said, I'm going to have as much DIY videos as possible for that build. But yeah, so NAT, I'm pretty sure that's where I'm setting the goal for. So, but yeah, so I just want to thank you guys again. I want to thank these guys again, always coming out here helping. But yeah, just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share the videos. All right, guys, later.